Hi friends, I'm Callan and I'm trying something new. I've had blogs and Tumblrs and live journals and Instagrams, Twitter, I've had all of the things and have never really done a whole lot in terms of vlogging before, so I'm gonna change things up. I'm going to try this, and maybe it'll work for me better than those other formats have, because I'm really bad at maintaining. I start a thing, and then I go full squirrel brain and do something else instead. So basically, I recently ordered my very first pair of American Duchess shoes, and as a result, last night I dreamed that I was making an entire outfit for them. In my dream, I kept getting stuck on the chemise. Let's hope that's not signs of things to come. It's been literally ages since the last time I ventured into the Victorian era in any way, shape, or form. Between 2010 2013-ish, I was really big into steampunk, but that does not have a focus on historical accuracy. So a lot of this is going to be new ground for me, new territory. I'm not going to let that stop me. So let's get to it. So I have this whole heap of books. The period that the shoes I bought are from is not one that I've really done a whole lot of research into before, so it's entirely new and scary grounds for me. I ordered the Tavistock, which, according to the American Duchess website, are good for periods from about 1890 to 1925-ish. And so I'm going to probably go with the earlier end of that just because it's more fun. Also, I think the corsets I already own are probably more in keeping with the silhouettes of that time period. I own two corsets. One is just off the rack, and the other is a little more high quality than that, but neither are necessarily historically correct. They're a good starting point, though. So I have a heap of books that go into sort of the silhouettes and the breakdown of each of the pieces, the clothing. There's a whole section in here on the bustle period and the 1890s, and that's sort of what I'm going to be looking at. I'm intimidated. I am so intimidated. Yeah. Wish me luck as I go through here and start breaking down the costume bits bit by bit. Hope. The first thing I like to do when starting a new costume project is to break the whole thing down into its parts. I've got these sort of organized into columns of the name of the piece, the yardage that I expect to go into it, and then the cost, or at least the estimated cost. Sometimes this list is really short. When I do medieval garb, I already own a lot of the base pieces, so I don't really have to do much in the way of undergarment and support pieces. Victorian is not the same. Victorian, I don't have hardly anything left, or the things I do have left from when I was doing steampunk are exceedingly anachronistic and historically incorrect. The petticoats that I used then were largely bridal petticoats, like modern bridal petticoats, which gave the dresses a nice shape, but not necessarily an historically correct one. I have written down some pieces on here. I messed up one of the things I was writing, so let's fix that now. I'm going to put the corset on here. Even though I'm not planning on making it. I am therefore also going to say the yardage is not applicable. And if I remember correctly, the price of the one I'm planning on using was about $200. So I'm just gonna pencil that in as well. Already, we're looking at over $400 in just purchased goods. Oof. This is why costuming is not a hobby for the weak of heart. I will be the first to tell you I get as much stuff on sale as I possibly can because I am not made of money. Oops, stay where I put you. The nice thing about later period undergarments too is you can do a lot of them in cotton, which with the medieval stuff, I usually go for linen for my under things, and it's usually supposed to be wool for the outer, but we do a lot of summer events, so I usually cheat and use linen for those as well. But like linen's not cheap. Cotton's decent. You can get away with some pretty okay cotton for not outrageous prices. Yeah. I'm probably also going to buy the stockings, but I haven't priced those out yet, so I'm just going to leave them blank for now. I guess I can put, since I'm not planning on making them. Okay, well, that's 3 things right there I don't have to. Also, haha, I can check that off, and I can check the shoes off because it gives me joy. It sparks joy. I haven't filled this list out completely. There are things about the actual dress not on here yet. I have the skirt written down, but I don't have any idea if I'm doing a shirtwaist and jacket or if I'm going to do more of like a polonaise look. I don't know yet because I'm not entirely sure what I want the finished outfit to look like. It's going to be a surprise for me as well as for you, I guess. The things I do have on here, obviously chemise, obviously split drawers. I could do combinations instead, but that sounds not like something I want to do. And then petticoat, at least one, corset cover, or as I think they would have been calling it by this period, a camisole. But it's the same thing. And then I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do some sort of bust improver. If I do, it'll probably just be a bunch of ruffles on a blouse, essentially. Like, I don't think I'm gonna do something more rigid than that. I think it's just gonna be soft and easy because I don't have a great space to build something like that. I also have no idea what shape skirt I'm gonna do. I have no idea any of those sorts of details. So this is all just going to be a crazy good time. So the next thing I think I have to do is probably come up with a color palette and then also the whole design. I have a lot to do. Color palette, I have no idea. I did go through the Met's digital collection of fashion plates from the time period that we're kind of talking about. A couple of my favorites. Well, this one was my very favorite, I think, that I found. And I've actually, somewhere in my book collection, I have a pattern that's really, really similar to that high-waisted thing going on with her skirt. So that's the one I'm leaning towards. I also found this one. Backwards, man. It's hard. I'm not as in love with that like perfect bell shape skirt. I like something with a little more flare at the bottom, just because it swishes nicer. But I thought the shoulders on this front one, especially the lighter colored one, were really interesting. They kind of have like a scalloped. It reminds me of mushrooms on a log. Like, honestly, that's what it reminds me of, and that's why I picked this one to include. I'm not so sure about the rest of it. And then I have one more that I, oops, wrong button. One more that I pulled, and it's this there. I can't left and right even in the best of times, and then you have it flipped on my screen. It's even more confusing. Anyway, this one has more of the flared skirt that I really like. I also really like that, like, she just looks, I don't know, I liked the shape of the jacket, and the sleeves are a little more toned down, which seems easier. But I'm not so crazy sure about the rest of it, like all of the embellishment on the skirt and everything. So right now, the look I'm leaning towards is this one. These images are all from the Met's digital collection and are all supposed to be free use, public domain, whatever you want to call it. So hopefully I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be by sharing them on here. But yeah, like I said, I've got a pattern that's really similar to this one. I did it right that time. And I think I also have a little jacket pattern somewhere. It's a commercial pattern, and I might have to do some modifications to it, but I think I already have a pattern that's really similar to that jacket somewhere. I stumbled across it the other day. I think I can find it again. Yeah, so hopefully I figure that out. But yeah, so I gotta figure out colors, gotta figure out silhouette, but I have a better idea about that. And then I also need to figure out materials and where I can obtain said materials and notions, how much lace, what kind of lace, all that fun stuff. I do have a huge bolt of synthetic velvet. I wish it wasn't synthetic, but I'm a poor millennial, so I bought what I could afford at the time, and then I never used it for the project it was intended for. Story of my life. I also have a massive bolt of Victorian lace, or sorry, not Victorian, antique, definitely. Almost definitely not Victorian. I have no clue when it's from. But I bought it shortly after going to the Star Wars costume exhibit and read a whole bunch of things about how, like, Padme's wedding dress was made out of antique Italian tablecloth lace. And there might have been some intentions that also never got carried out. But maybe I finally have some use I can put it to. Maybe I'll figure out how to do some, like, inset stuff with it or something like that. I'll deck it out somehow. I don't know. It'll be fun. It'll be a learning experience, and hopefully I haven't bitten off more than I can chew. Anyway, I will see you next time when hopefully I know a little bit more about what I'm doing. Alright. So I was going to end the video right there, but I just got the text message saying that my shoes had shipped from American Duchess, and I'm so stupid excited right now. I can't even form words. I should have them within, like, I don't know, a week maybe? Within days, guys. I'm gonna have them within days. And I have wanted button boots for so long. I'm so excited for this. It's just like, I don't even have words for how excited for these stupid shoes I am. Anyway, I am for real going to end the video here. Have fun, make time for the things you love, and I'll see you guys next time.